Morning, Eric. A very good evening, Dr. Roshdi.
Good morning.
Morning, Dr. Rosdi. Good morning, Dr. Sri Kulma.
And
Good morning, Lily.
Morning,
good morning,
everyone.
Prof. Good morning, Prof.
Morning.
Okay,
Good morning, Prof.
a very good morning, and I would like to thank everyone here for being here this morning. Associate Prof. Dr. Nasrul, who is the director for the Center for Professional Development of UNIMAP. Dr. Roshdi from New York, the founder and CEO of iPORTAL, and Mr. Eric, the executive director of DHS Asiana, and not forgetting Miss Haley, who's managing this thing from the back. Okay, and also all our other members who are here seeing this through Zoom. This morning, I would like to apologize that our keynote speaker, our panel speaker, Uzaidi Udanis, last minute he has been called to the Ministry of Tourism on some discussion that they are having. So on behalf of him, I will say a few words as the moderator, and then we will take it to the next speaker. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to, as you know, that we have already opened up for domestic tourism, and today Langkawi is receiving international speakers. So it is a challenge. It is a big challenge for the tourism industry, and the challenge is basically to seek manpower. I was in Malacca yesterday. Hotels are finding it hard to find manpower. Also today, the Malaysian Association of Hotel National President, Dato Dr. Subra Maniam, has also mentioned that the hotels are not ready to open full on 1st of January to accept international travelers. So this is something very interesting for us because that means we are in business. We are in business, and Eric, I think you will be very happy being pressured now to get more Malaysians to be in the industry. And it is a challenge between Malaysia and Singapore now, as this program is the Malaysian Industrial Attachment Training Program, but we run it in Perlis. We call it the Perlis Industrial Attachment Training Program. But we also have a similar program for Singapore, known as the Singapore Industrial Attachment Training Program, which also requires Malaysians into the Singapore hospitality industry. Now, Singapore hospitality industry has made Malaysian as the preferred source into the industry, and they are now providing airfare one way from Kuala Lumpur into Singapore. So this is going to be a huge challenge and huge demand for Malaysian youth and graduates to seek employment. And looking at the scenario today, in Kuala Lumpur itself, the vacancies for waiters is about 6,000. They need 6,000 waiters in Kuala Lumpur. If you look at the hospitality industry, we have 5,000 hotels in Malaysia, inclusive of budget hotels. They are also looking for workers. So it's a huge, because when the pandemic happened, the industry laid off workers. And these workers now have got into a new trend into online business. And these workers are not keen to go back to the industry. So now is to attract new talent, getting new talent into the industry, or trying to retrain or reskill graduates from other studies that they have done to join the industry. So I think we are in the right track, working with UNIMAP to launch this program in the state of Perlis, and going down to other northern states to seek I was talking to Eric the other day. Eric always tells me that the more the merrier. Singapore has already said that every month they need 300. Eric needs more than that. So it is how we are going to get this Malaysian youth, train them and place them in Malaysia, and also get Malaysian youth, train them and place them into the industry in Singapore. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Dr. Roshdi. Dr. Roshdi is the founder and CEO of iPORTAL, based in New York. iPORTAL is a very interesting, what you call it, portal that has been developed to attract Muslim businesses and also youth. We also have a job board for youths who can go in there and look for jobs. So without further ado, I will call upon Dr. Roshdi to give a few words. Thank you.
Okay, and a very good morning. Peace, Assalamu alaikum to friends and colleagues in wonderful, warm Malaysia. I'm speaking at nighttime from a cold New York. So it's a pleasure to be there. It's great to have Professor Dr. Nasrul with us. Thank you, Professor Dr. to being with us. Dr. Suri, thank you for the kind introduction and lay of the landscape in terms of what has happened during the pandemic, how it's impacted the industry, especially its most valuable assets, the people, and how they may have gone and what needs to be done to bring a new set of people here. That's a major challenge. And that's where we believe iPortal positioning itself as a contributor in the recovery in the new normal. So if we were to look at tourism, hospitality, it combines under 5 or 6 R's. There's an element of reset, there's an element of renaissance, there is an element of review, reskilling, reorganization, and restructuring. And there are probably many more R's. The point here is, I think this was a crisis, and let's not waste this crisis, because I think the new normal for the tourism and travel industry has to be better, has to result in better trained, better educated, better paid people. And I think the work of Eric and Dr. Sri will hopefully contribute to that. That's extremely important as the first thing. With respect to how iPortal can contribute, being a global platform, it's extremely important that we reduce friction in finding information, friction in connecting like-minded people, friction in having people who want to have a say, allow them to have a say on our platform. The new normal is about inclusiveness. The new normal is about empowerment. Let's hear from the man and the woman on the street about what the challenges are, what their solutions are, because they're at the grassroots, and let them be an important stakeholder with an important voice. And that is an important undertaking that we want to cascade at iPortal. There is a lot of content on iPortal that has application on travel and tourism, and I encourage you all to make time to navigate. And if you've got questions, please feel free to contact myself, Dr. Sri, Hailey. We're accessible and we'll respond in a timely basis. The point here is we're all in this thing together. We basically survived this crisis. Let's not waste this crisis. And the new normal has to be inclusive, has to be impactful, has to be about value add training and placement. So I wish everyone all the very best, stay safe, and thank you for giving me the privilege to share a few thoughts and words with you. Thank you, Dr. Sri.
Thank you, Dr. Roshdi. Now we will have a small video presentation on iPortal before we move to Professor's speech and presentation. Thank you, Haley, for the short video presentation on iPortal. For your information, iPortal was featured in the national news on Sunday when we had an event with YAKIB, the Yayasan Atlet Kebangsaan Malaysia. And we hope that with iPortal, DHS, and also UNIMAP, the Center for Professional Development and Continuing Education, we can bring this program to the next level. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Associate Prof. Dr. Nazrul Hamidin. He is the Director of the Center of Professional Development and Continuing Education of UNIMAP. UNIMAP stands for University Malaysia Perlis. Perlis is the smallest state in Malaysia. It's not Rhode Island or Providence in US, the smallest state in US. This is Perlis. And Professor has been very helpful when DHS approached to have this collaboration. He was extremely helpful with his team, especially one of his team members, Miss Nadia, who has been very helpful and made this possible today. So without further ado, I would like to call Associate Prof. Dr. Nazrul Hamidin to say a few words. Over to you, Professor.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Sri Kumar, for inviting us to this platform, especially on the Indera Kayangan Tourism and the launching the Police Industrial Attachment Training Program. Well, good evening to Dr. Rushdie, who currently is at New York, right? We also have here Mr. Eric, I believe from Malaysia or from Singapore, Mr. Eric?
Malaysia,
right? Good morning to you, right?
Morning.
Well, as what Dr. Sri Kumar mentioned just now is that UNIMAP is one of the public university which is located in Perlis. Perlis is very small. Okay, you can just take around probably half to 1 hour just to go around the Perlis, right? From end to end, you can just it's really small, right? But in Perlis, this is where UNIMAP is located. UNIMAP is one of the public university. We are providing the education not only to Malaysians, but also to potential international candidates who wants to come to Malaysia, especially to UNIMAP. We are focusing on the engineering and technology, right? And at the same time, also we have several programs which is related to entrepreneur. But most important is that when talk about university, especially when talk about UNIMAP, we also highlighted the importance of lifelong learning because we feel that lifelong learning is a continuing process, right? And we believe that with the lifelong learning, we do hope that the candidates were able to climb up the ladder in whatever organization or the company that they are involved with. When talk about lifelong learning, under the Ministry of Higher Learning, we have the so-called the Malaysian Educational Development Plan. Under this plan, the ministry highlighted 10 shifts, and one of the shifts is related to lifelong learning, the importance of lifelong learning, especially in our community, right? And now I believe we have the SDG, and SDG has been there for quite some time. SDG 2030 also highlighted about the importance of education, specifically on SDG 4. And under the SDG 4, it's also stated that they want to ensure that affordable and quality education, affordable and quality education to the people outside there, right? And on top of that, also they under the SDG, the importance of acquiring skills, skills for employment and also entrepreneurship, right? So this is where we really stress on the importance of lifelong learning to the people outside there, and also to those who are already in the industry, right? Like I mentioned just now, is that the lifelong learning is a continuing process. Okay. What I do like about DHS is that even though we do not have any hospitality program, but with the program which Dr. Sri shared with us, that is about skill, is about skill based. So in Malaysia, when we talk about skill based, it is related to TVET. TVET is known as Technical and Vocational Education and Training. So it is related to TVET. So we are trying to introduce a skill-based workers so that they're able to work in the relevant industries. Right. This is what that I like. When DHS Dr. Sri approached us and we discussed with our management, we feel that okay, this is related to us, even though like I said, we do not have any hospitality program, but it is about skill based. Anything about skill based, right? UNIMAP is one of the player which look into it. Because UNIMAP falls under the Malaysian Technical Universities Network. There are 4 universities and UNIMAP is one of them, right? And another thing talk about this one is that we do hope that when people or when the candidate outside there, right, enroll into the program, okay, hopefully these people will contribute to the respective industries. In this case that you mentioned just now is that we not only Malaysia, even other country also has been hit very hard on the pandemic, okay, since last year. And Malaysia only just recently that the Malaysian government opened up, okay, our borders, especially within the states, right? And due to that, most of us, okay, took the opportunities to go do some visiting or probably do have some vacation. And we feel that, you know, the economy is starting to rise again, right? And we do hope that, you know, the Malaysia will able to improve when it comes to the economics performance, right? So yeah, we PDCE, we're looking forward into working with DHS in this case. Our motto is about creating a community of lifelong learners, right? We do hope that when these people learn, they were able to become a thinker, right? And once we created a lot of thinkers, hopefully, you know, maybe one day or probably some of them, okay, may become leaders in one day, right? So looking forward, we are looking forward to work with DHS, and we do hope that, you know, DHS will able to achieve the respective aims and also goals. Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you for the speech. And it is very interesting to know that you all are UNIMAP under the Center for Professional Development and Continuing Education is keen to have a committee of lifelong learners. And you can be rest assured that DHS, iPORTAL and ASEANA will support this and try to make this community a reality and to have more people on board. This event today that we are doing here today is I would also like to share that the Exco for Tourism in the state of Perlis is aware about this. And I think we can bring this to a bigger level on a stronger footing to get more youths to be trained and to be placed in the hospitality industry. So now we will see the launch certificate. Please enjoy. Okay. So thank you, Haley, for showing this launch certificate for the Malaysian Industrial Attachment Training Program. So with this, we have officially soft launched the Perlis Industrial Attachment Training Program. And now I would like to call upon Mr. Eric, the Executive Director for DHS ASEANA, a colleague of mine we started business together in 2016. We were competitors, I was doing the Malaysian program, and he was doing, I was doing the Singapore program, and he was doing the Malaysian program. So in 2019, we decided to have coffee, and rather than competing, we decided to collaborate. And this is how this Malaysian industrial attachment training program has been developed. As I speak to you now, I just received a WhatsApp from Mr. Uzaidi Udanis, who is at the Ministry of Tourism. He asked me to get ready for a presentation with the ministry on this program, this Malaysian Industrial Attachment Training Program, because Malaysia is worried because they have another 6 weeks or 2 months to open up for international travelers on the 1st of January. So they are having a great challenge to attract manpower and talented youth into the industry. So I think good things are coming. So Eric, the floor is yours, and thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sri. Good morning to everyone, and especially to our Professor Dr. Nasrul Hamidin from UNIMAP, and Dr. Rusdi from iPORTAL, New York, and also our moderator, Mr. Dr. Sri Kumar and Haley. And good morning, everyone, and good morning to all the participants who are coming today to our launching. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Eric Yu. I'm from DHS Hospitality Academy. As what Dr. Sri was mentioned, we started, both of us started at 2016 with the same vision that we would want to help the B40 community to find jobs and to train them into the hospitality industry. And as Dr. Sri has spoken, we was competitors, and in fact, very fierce competitors. We met each other every event in the market, and then in 2019, we decided to sit down and with a lunch in Puchong. Very quick, we decided to collaborate, and because why? We found that we have the same mission, is to help Malaysians to get a job and to be trained. So we found that it's better to collaborate than to compete. So what we do now is that we pool our resources together and we become stronger. And I would like to thank everyone that with our collaboration, we are getting more resources to pool together to help the Malaysians to be more resourceful and to be trained and to get a good paying jobs in the hospitality industry. So I would like to share a very short this PowerPoint on how we operate and how we do. Okay. Okay, in 2016 until 2020, before the pandemic, we have sponsored 400 youth to be in our 1-year program. Our sponsored program including training, accommodation, food, and if they are from East Malaysia, the air ticket is provided, is sponsored. And every month they'll be getting a training allowances, and the job is guaranteed after the 1-year program. So in 2016, we only have 5 students, and our students increased up to 400. So our strategic partner is Malaysia Tourism Council, iPORTAL, National Cancer Society, and of course Dr. Sri, myself, and Christopher and also many of the industrial player is the strategy partner. And our mission statement.
Our mission statement: to eradicate poverty by empowering our youth with education, training, and skills to earn a good income, providing them job opportunities with career advancement, equipping them to be effective leaders, managers, and entrepreneurs with significant influence in the marketplace.
So as you can see, to help eradicate poverty, by giving them fish is not enough. By teaching them how to fish is also not enough. The most important is that the candidate must become the leaders. They must be able to teach the next generation how to fish. This is the formula of helping people, helping our nation to come out of poverty. So we are launching our program in all races and all languages. The program's name is called Malaysia Industrial Attachment Training Program, or in Malay, BM Bahasa Malaysia is Program Penempatan Latihan Industri Malaysia. We have got many support from all walks of life in Malaysia. Okay, so this program can enable to launch them to Singapore or even the cruise industry. So if they have been selected to the cruise industry, the air ticket to US is provided free. So we also have gathered media report from Utusan Malaysia, Nanyang, and also Santai Travel and TV RTM too.
Beasiswa berjumlah RM1 juta ditawarkan kepada golongan belia yang ingin melanjutkan pelajaran dalam bidang pelancongan dan perhotelan. Mereka yang berminat boleh menghantar permohonan bagi mengikuti dua program berbentuk latihan yang ditawarkan. Dua program iaitu Malaysian Industrial Attachment dan Pathway to Global Hospitality bakal memberi peluang kerjaya lebih luas kepada pesertanya. Program itu berkeupayaan untuk melahirkan lebih ramai pakar dalam kalangan belia sekaligus mampu memperkasa industri pelancongan pada masa akan datang.
To our belia, to our youth, to our local communities who wants to pursue their career in tourism and hospitality. I think this is the time for youth who have received their SPM result recently and applied as soon as possible through these programs.
Inisiatif itu merupakan kerjasama antara DHS Hospitality dan Majlis Pelancongan Malaysia MTC. Beasiswa.
Okay, the benefits of our program is for B40, the fees is 100% sponsored. They just need to pay RM500 of registration fees, and we don't need a SPM result. There's no need for any educational loan, and we have a daily intake. A flight ticket is sponsored if they are from East Malaysia, and airport pickup is sponsored. Free accommodation, free duty meal, free training materials and tools, and the monthly training allowances will be given to them, and certificate from our local university, like now is our UNIMAP, and also the job is 100% guaranteed, a career opportunity in overseas, and also a lifelong career advancement referral. Okay, this is the sample of certificate will be given to our students, and with the certificate, they are able to progress their career up to level 5, which is the restaurant manager, open kitchen head chef, or outlet head chef. So this is the program of career, whereby with the training and certificate, they are able to move on. Okay, our program can be explained in this very small diagram where internship and classrooms start at the same time, and they will be receiving a monthly allowances. After the program, they will be getting a certificate from UNIMAP, and also the guaranteed employment after the 1-year program. So hospitality industry is the biggest employer. And if we want to help Malaysians to reduce unemployment, this is the industry, the best industry, because as you can see, the Prime Minister Department of Statistics of Malaysia in 2021, the first 3 months, Q1, we have a revenue of 428 billion business, and we feed 10% of Malaysian. And for these 3 months, we have been this industry have been giving a salary of close to 15 billions. So food and beverage industry is a fast track to reduce unemployment. And 100% of our students are employed. Okay, and this is a student's testimony. We can Google it. In the Google, students give testimony, parents also give testimony. parents' testimony, and industry also gives testimony because our students have been promoted to team leaders, promoted to leaders. Okay, social workers like orphanage home, they give a lot of the students to us to participate in this program, and some of the testimony are from our students, and this is the group of children that we are very interested to help them. They are from very difficult background. This is how their journey to DHS Asiana, and we sponsored all their traveling costs because of their unique situation where the children and parents have lost, the parents has especially had lost their job during this pandemic. And the boy here is he is a born barista. Now, without this program, we are unable to explore his talent, but thank God that we have this support from all the university and the industry and so many parties that come and help our children to explore and help the industry to explore their talent. Okay, so this program flow is that they fill up the forms, there will be an interview, and once they're accepted, they just pay the registration fees, offer letter will be given and confirm the date of arrival, and there will be a pickup. If they are from Semenanjung, we'll go to pick up them at the bus station. If they are from East Malaysia, we'll pick up from the airport and send to DHS Asiana Academy and later to hostel, and they can start the program. Okay, so thank you very much. This is my presentation of how our program works, and I really appreciate that Dr. Nasrul Hamidin today that can come and participate in this wonderful program and to help the Perlis people to get jobs, to get trains, and to get a good career in hospitality industry. Hand over to you, Dr. Sri Kumar.
Thank you, Eric, for the presentation. Thank you very much. Okay, so basically, ladies and gentlemen, with Eric's presentation, we come to an end of our soft launch, and now we open up the floor for any question and answers. So, Professor, do you have any questions?
I may need to have your Eric's presentation slide so that probably we're able to go down to Perlis and try to share the information, right? So this is where we go down on the ground. Basically, we're able to attract this.
Okay. What we will do, Prof? Maybe we will get in touch with Nadia, and then we will pass her the slides if there's any changes to be made, or maybe if there is a presentation need to be done to your team to make them understand better. We can do it in the next 1 week. Okay. These are some of the events, webinar that we are conducting. Tomorrow we have in Indonesia, in Batam, and then on the 23rd we are doing culinary tourism, and then we are also doing nature tourism in Pahang, and then we are doing safe tourism on the 30th, and then we also have in the island of Bintan on the 25th, and rainforest in Sarawak on the 4th of December. We will have also a few more events up to the 16th, because 16th of December we are launching iPORTAL 2.0, and on the 14th or the 15th we'll be having a very interesting webinar on culinary medicine. We are doing this with the Malaysian Society of Lifestyle Medicine. This is something that has been research in Harvard University on how food can help to cure the patients rather than doing medicine but by food. So this is something interesting that we are looking at, and most probably on the 14th we will be launching Hospitality 4.0 program where we have IoT and all these things. So this is something that we are very excited about in DHS, where we are moving very much on webinars as a promotional and creating awareness of our program. With this awareness that we have been doing since June this year, we have seen that a lot of industry players have known us. Yesterday I was in Malacca. I was talking to the owner of Ames Hotel in Malacca, and also their management company. They have a management company called Allure Hotel and Resort. They are the one who's managing the hotel, Ames Hotel. So they are quite keen. They're quite keen to see how they can engage with DHS to see how they can bring more programs to help to upgrade their talent. So this is something that is very interesting. We are also going to run a webinar with the Malaysian Hotel Engineers Association on renewable energy. This is where, Prof, maybe we will work with UNIMAP on this webinar to see how we can bring this type of skills, because hotel engineering is something, a very interesting topic, where the maintenance department of hotel, what they can do. These people are not skilled. I mean, they are skilled in the sense they know the work, but they are not provided with certification. So this is where that we want to do this webinar, which I will sure get in touch with you once we decide to run this run. So any other questions from Dr. Roshdi?
No, thank you, Dr. Sri. Very exhaustive and deep information. I think that your leadership in this space is signaling opportunities and options. And I think that's what people want to put their hope on, opportunities and options. People don't want subsidies and handouts. They just want to basically find opportunities, get upskill, and then deploy their skills. So I think the good work that you and Eric and others are doing, we are honored to be part of that team. And I think that this is going to create a new paradigm in tourism and hospitality. So thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Roshdi. Eric, you have any questions, Eric?
No, Dr. Sri, no, I don't have, but I'm very excited that we are open up in this Perlis, and I would like to very much spend time with professors, Dr. Nasrul's team, where we can have a more deeper discussion and how to go about to help the Perlis people. Thank you.
Okay, Eric, for Perlis with University Malaysia Perlis, we will escalate it down to Kedah also.
That would be great. Very great.
Thank you. Because maybe Perlis and Kedah and maybe the northern part of Penang. So we will escalate it down, and then eventually we will open up this program to the whole of Malaysians.
Wonderful.
So we will start first with Perlis, and then we will slowly go down to Kedah, because these areas like Kedah, Perlis, not the Penang Island, the mainland, and also northern Perak, there are a lot of people under the B40 and M40 category there. So any questions from the floor? Is there any questions from the floor? Okay, if there's no questions, thank you very much for being here today. Thank you, Dr. Roshdi. Thank you, Professor, for your time. And thank you, Eric. And wish all best of luck and stay safe. Thank you.
Dr. Sui, can I have a screenshot for a while?
Can.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Haley. Thank you.
Thank you all. Stay safe.